Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Peter Cecily. In this video, I'm going to be giving you some tips on how you will be able to pay your tuition working part-time in Canada. So if you're interested in this topic, make sure you watch this video till the very end. I'm going to get started right now. Now, in Canada, as an international student, you are only allowed to work 20 hours per week during school hours. Okay, so that is usually what is going to be written on your study permit. Okay, but working 20 hours per week, how is this going to, how are you going to pay your tuition, with this? Now, let me quickly give you a breakdown so as to tell you why you need to get serious with this particular talk. Now, let's quickly look at the expenses, and I'm going to talk about how you can manage yourself to be able to save up for tuition. Okay, let's assume you are working. Let's assume, depends on the province that you are. Let me just give like any province, and then let's say you're going to pay for rent. Okay, here you pay for rent every month. Let's say you are paying let's say you are paying $500 per month for rent, and then you are paying $600 for food. You are paying $1,500. So I'm just going to do the calculation: $500 for rent, and then you are paying for food. You are paying $150. And then for phone bill, let's say you are paying, let's say $50 per month for phone. And then for your bus pass, let's say for transportation, let's say $100, especially when you don't have a bus card, a university bus card. And then let's say miscellaneous, $200, eating out and buying clothes and some other things, just roughly. Okay, I'm just giving a rough estimate for you, and that is going to amount to $1,000 per month. Okay, now let's assume you're working 20 hours per week. Okay, 20 hours per week, and let's assume you are working in a minimum wage job and they are paying you $15. That's like $300 per week, and if you multiply that by 4, it's going to give you 1,200. And let's assume we multiply that by 15% for tax. That's about $180. If you remove that from the $120, you are left with $1,020. So we calculated $1,000 for living expenses, and then we just calculated now that by the time you remove your tax from the amount you're going to be paying, you're going to be left with $1,020. This is just like an example. So which means that just doing part-time job will not, I repeat, will not be able to sort out your tuition. That is why you need to watch this video to the very end, so that I will give you some tips on how to raise more money in order to be able to pay your tuition. Okay, number one thing that you can do is to get work on campus. Okay, this 20 hours per week is usually part-time off campus. If you are working on campus, it's actually unlimited. So whether you are working as a teaching assistant, that doesn't necessarily count towards the 20 hours per week. Any job you get on campus, let's say you're working as, let's say, executive assistant, it doesn't really count toward that 20 hours per week. This has to be off campus. So that's one of the things that you can do to try to get work on campus in addition to your part-time job off campus. Okay, I know this is stressful, but that is just the way it is. If not, it is practically impossible for you to pay your tuition. Okay, then number 2, instead of focusing on a minimum wage job, I would suggest to at least look for a higher paying job, maybe at least $2 to $3 above the minimum wage. Okay, if the minimum wage is $15, if you can get something of $18, $17, is very challenging, but if you can get $18 or $19, that is going to be a lot, more money for you. So try to focus on getting jobs that pay more than minimum wage. That way you are able to save more money, and then you are working almost the same time, but you have to actually do that. You have to get, you have to apply for these kinds of job. Number 3, these suggestions are just they might be beyond some people's capacity, but if you really want to pay your tuition, then you have to do this. The third thing you need to do is you can take up some overtime at work. Let's say you are working 20 hours per week, part-time, just 8 hours as the case may be. and then you are called to work, like maybe extra 1 or 2 hours, okay? So for those extra 1 or 2 hours beyond your normal schedule is going to be overtime. And another thing can be, let's say during holidays, okay, let's say any kind of holiday, if you go to work, if they maybe schedule you to work that particular day, most of the time they will pay like either an over fee or they will pay like overtime kind of fee. So take opportunity of every holiday that is available. Instead of you to be playing around and marching around and not know your way, just make sure you grab those overtime work. I mean, please still also create out time to rest, because this can be very frustrating and it can be very depressing if you don't balance it up with living and resting and working. Okay. Number 4, check out for some offline part-time jobs. What I mean by offline part-time jobs is basically these are part-time jobs that you are not necessarily going to be tracked for the number of hours, especially things like taxi or doing Uber. These are things you can just do on the weekend, right? Until delivery and as the case may be, right? So you can do all of these ones, during the week in addition to your other part-time job. But please don't break down. Make sure you do whatever is within your capacity. Okay. Number 5, save. Spend way less than you earn. There are some people that are making, $1,000 and then they are spending $1,500 and borrowing money to spend. That is already a problem, okay? So make sure you spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. Don't buy anything that is not necessary, because you are trying to be focused to raise money for your tuition, okay? 6th way you can actually boost your finance is, please avoid credit card debts. This can really encroach into your finances and eat up the small savings that you have. So when you use a credit card, clear the credit card right away. Don't wait till month ending or whatever. If you have the money, just clear off the credit card right away, so that once you clear it, it's already gone and then that money is no longer with you. Okay, so avoid that credit card, because if you don't pay on time, they are going to now charge you interest. Imagine the money you don't have, you're not paying the money for interest, right? So it's not really ideal. So try to avoid that. Okay. Number 7, try to buy food in terms of eating out. Do it less, because this can really eat deep into your savings. Imagine if you are buying food every day, Monday to Friday, you are just ordering pizza, ordering, skip the dishes, and then just ordering all the big food and everything. Before you know it, your money is gone. But if you actually engage in cooking your own food, you might be able to save more. So please try to cook more. Maybe once in a while, when you are not able to bring, food to, your workplace, depends on the type of job that you're doing, then you have to find how to buy food as the case may be. Number 8, try to do like a small business, okay, like kind of like a flipping business. So one of the things you can do is to buy a particular thing, let's say at $10, and then kind of work on the thing and then resell it for like $150. Okay, those kinds of businesses are available, so you really need to be smart so that you don't run at a loss. You might buy something $50, and by the time you are trying to sell it, they're not telling you it's not going to be $5. So make sure you think about something that has value. If they have value, then you'll be able to flip your money with that. Okay. Number 9, working full-time in the summer. I can't overstress this enough. If you are doing a program that does not require you to work in the summer, please take it. Or if you see a program that doesn't require you to work in the summer and you are planning to pay tuition yourself, this is probably going to be your best bet. Take that option, so that by, let's say, from May to September, when you are not in the classes, you are going to be able to work full time. So okay, so the 40 hours is no longer going to apply to you, because I know in school you'll be able to work 40 hours, and then you'll be able to save some money during that summer period, so that when the time comes for you to you'll pay your tuition, at least you have something saved. Okay, let's look at the last one. Is if you have a spouse here, that is pretty much a very good option, which means that as you are schooling, your spouse will be working full-time, and then depends on how both of you, relate your finances together. You might be able to, from her work, she might be able to save something, because she'll be able to work full-time 40 hours every week. She might be able to save something for both of you. But you need to make sure that both of you are on the same page, both of you agree to the plans and everything. So it's not just like you are trying to use it as an advantage, just to get what you want. No, it has to always be for the betterment of both of the couples. Okay. All right, so that's basically what I have for today. It might be difficult, but it can't be possible, but it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of sacrifices. For a lot of people, if they're able to get their tuition and, sorted out, most people, they just work and pay their bills and some other things like that. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video very useful, please hit the like button, the thumbs up, and then hit on the notification bell so that whenever new videos are released, you will definitely be the first person to be notified of my videos. Once again, thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.